You know that feeling you get when you've spent like 13, 14 hours in your studio every day for a week? You're tired, your back hurts, your eyes are exhausted, but you're proud. You post it, the big reveal. You've got new music out. 15 likes. Not many views. Then you see somebody dancing terribly to some god-awful audio track that hits 50,000 views. Suddenly you feel like you just wasted hours of your life. If you've felt this, you are not broken. You're not a failure. You're just caught in a machine that's designed to not care about what you make. It's designed to keep people looking. Hey, I'm Christine Grayson. I'm a singer, I'm a multidimensional artist, and an independent researcher. And here is what is actually happening to your brain when you post something. The needle drops. People hit share, like. Sometimes that track plays really smoothly. You get a lot of views. Comments roll in. You get all these notifications that people are paying attention. You get a hit of dopamine. Your brain just lights up. It lights up for about 10 minutes. But most of the time, that needle just skips. The post dies, 5 likes, no comments. It goes silent, and you feel invisible. So what do people normally do? They do a reset. They lift the needle and drop it again, and again, and again. Not because you love the record anymore, but because your brain is still chasing that moment when that track played clean and smooth. That very unpredictable reward. You've stopped becoming an artist. You've started becoming someone who is obsessively lifting and dropping a needle over and over again on a scratched record, hoping this time it won't skip. And it gets worse. Musicians see other artists blowing up. Somebody's reel somewhere hits 1 million views. They're selling their stuff, they're getting streams, they're making some money. Your brain does not register, oh, that's good for them. It registers it as a threat. Suddenly there's cortisol spiking and flooding your system. Your body thinks you're in danger. This thought loop starts happening. Oh, if I don't jump on this, if I don't do this trend, if I don't post 3 times a day, if I don't use this kind of audio, make this kind of music, then I'm going to become irrelevant. I'll be left behind. FOMO happens. So artists start creating out of fear, not inspiration anymore. Fear. They're not making art. They're in survival mode. I want to ask a question here. When was the last time you, as an artist of any kind, actually finished a project just because you wanted to see it exist? Not because it was trending, not because it might perform, not even because it might lead you towards making money, but just because that idea wouldn't leave you alone. You felt it in here. The symptoms look like this. Apathy. Why spend 10 hours painting a picture when a meme you can make in 2 minutes gets more attention? Paralysis. You have 3 or 4 unfinished projects on the back burner because you're afraid they're not going to perform well. And then burnout. Your passion has become a high-stress, underpaid job. You didn't choose this. The system trained you into it.
Good morning. It's time to wake up.
And the cruelest part of all of this is that the algorithm doesn't even show you the real world anymore. It doesn't show you the truth. It shows you what keeps you engaged on your own feed, which usually means the things that keep you stressed out, envious or anxious. You're stuck in a trend bubble where every artist starts to sound and look the same. Post very similar things, even the same aesthetic or 3-second hook, and then we lose touch with the outside world, the very place where real inspiration comes from. You lose touch with interesting and inspiring people, people who don't follow trends, don't get seen in the system, so you won't find those people anymore. You can't find your tribe anymore. You stop making art about life, about those things that mattered to you. You start making art about the internet. Being human means that we evolve through experiences. We're supposed to go out into the world and touch things, make mistakes, talk to strangers, get lost, find our way back home again. That's how wisdom happens. That's how we grow. But the scroll, it mimics the pattern of experience. And those patterns are not real. It gives you a feeling of moving because it's moving, but you're actually standing still, like you're on a merry-go-round or carousel at the fair. You're now inside a bubble. The algorithm gives you information, but no evolution. Truly growing and evolving requires stepping into the unknown. And the algorithm's entire job is to keep you in a safe zone. A place where you never leave, you never stop scrolling, and you can never escape. Let me tell you about my mom. She has lived an incredible, colorful life. She made bluegrass and country albums with other artists, real records that play on a record player. Her collaborations with other Appalachian artists is sitting in the Smithsonian right now. She traveled Europe. She had romances and illicit affairs. Far across the ocean, she rode a camel through Morocco. Adrenaline is in her blood. We come from a family of moonshiners. Adventure, and especially the questionable kind of adventure, it runs through our DNA. Most of us in my family are actors, singers, musicians of some kind, storytellers. We're natural-born entertainers. But now, Mom's slowing down with those kinds of adventures. We all come to a point eventually where we get tired and we just don't do the same things we used to do anymore. So every morning she doom scrolls. Politics, wars, threats, disaster. Our president is kidnapping other presidents. China's gonna bomb us with a nuclear bomb. Suddenly we need to get our old potato cave transformed into a bomb shelter. She went from riding camels across the desert in Morocco to building a bomb shelter on the property. She's getting her adrenaline fix from scrolling. And I realized she's not wrong to crave that feeling. We are biologically wired to seek engagement, to have adventures, to evolve, to explore novelty, intensity, drama. It's why the entertainment field makes way more money than anything else. The problem is that adrenaline state, that survival mode, is where creativity goes to die. When your brain is fight or flight, it can't create, it can't reflect, it only knows how to react. Deep creativity requires some degree of peace. It requires rest and digest mode. It requires your nervous system to feel safe enough to play, to experiment, to imagine. You can't build worlds when your brain thinks that you're fleeing from a predator. This is what I believe about us, about musicians, about artists, filmmakers, writers. We're all multidimensionals. We don't just want to create, we need to. It's wired into us. It's biological, it's spiritual. We're like little gods. We take chaos and we make order out of that. We build worlds on canvases, on film screens, on songs, albums. That's our little package of chaos turned into something beautiful. Our satisfaction doesn't come from metrics or how many people are watching us. It comes from the act itself. It comes from bringing something into existence that wasn't there before. One of the hardest things to think about here is that we all have a finish line. One day, you and I are going to reach the end of our lives here. And in that moment, we're going to look back. We want to see something there. We want to see that we made something. did something, made sure our legacy survived, our name survived, and that whole human experience is not just going to disappear. It gives us a sense of closure, of having said what we needed to say. Do you really want to see a pile of trending audio, content that you might have made out of fear to please an algorithm, things that didn't really give you any satisfaction? The machine is stealing your time. It's stealing your focus. It's trading your legacy away. Here's the wake-up call. You will never find closure in a comments section. You find that closure in the peace of having created something true. So what do? We step out of survival mode. We protect our peace like it's something sacred, because it is. We stop feeding the beast and start feeding ourselves. Do your meta-tagging, get your name out there. But once it's already in the system, step back. All that is administration. You don't have to do it every day. Start making art about your real experiences again, not about the internet. And remember, the goal is really not to go viral. It's to reach the end of your life and feel satisfied. So let's build that. Let's reclaim our focus, our control, our creative souls, our time, and let's make something that matters, not to the algorithm, to us.